Yep, that's me. And that was my morning routine. Don't worry, you won't see it again. It's a one-time joke. Unless it had toast to the game, in which case, I guess it might come back. Now you're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, I recently started a project. You can kind of see it on the left there, and I just really wanted to show some people what was going on. But first, let's do a quick tour around what we've got so far. This is my nether area. It's got portal and kind of chained, very nethery terrain down there. That's the house. There's a tutorial for that in the description. It's not actually my own creation, unfortunately. Mythical Sausage, I believe. This is a villager area. Kind of clues in the name, right? Villagers in an area where I get all my cool enchanted armor from. This is a giant mushroom. I mean, it's kind of empty right now. It's got a whole area to store books that I don't actually own. But, floor plan. Anyway, this is the bit I actually wanted to show you. Now, I've never actually done a Let's Play or whatever you call them these days, but this ain't my first rodeo. I've done several creations, castles, all sorts of things like that before in the past, but when I started this one, I kind of thought it kind of stood out, and I wanted to, I don't know, I thought I'd start recording it. I'll give you a little tour around the place. I got the idea from it, from the new World of Warcraft expansion, Revendreth Zone. It's kind of very a lot of ideas taken from that with this sort of corruption thing you'll see coming up here. But I put my own spin on it, and I was really enjoying making it, which is kind of why this whole video thing started. Something about the gothic kind of theme to it, and the completely custom terrain that I was doing, as you can kind of see along here. I haven't really done custom terrain before, and I was really quite excited once I saw it all coming together. Now, I've got a whole list of plans for this place, so I kind of hope you bear with me as I kind of work out the whole editing and recording thing. Like I said, first time recording anything like this, feedback would be much appreciated. Now, luckily for you, I've already gone out of my way and dug up all this material that we're going to be using. I've got a whole pile of stone, all this crimson nylium, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. One thing we do need more of, mind you, is vines. So there you go. Oh, I'm really bugging that block. Da 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 da. Real insightful information going on here. Bundle that back down and should be good to get going. I'm just going to start by kind of showing you how I got these kind of shapes. I don't know how I designed the Crimson Cliffs to start with. But obviously, edit most of it out. I mean, I literally have hours and hours of footage of me doing this, and I'm sure I don't want to bore you to death. Start by getting it out kind of like this, weird shape, not really that weird, but mix of stone and andesite. Never really liked the granite, diorite, all that. Keep it grey. Get those blocks below it. Try and preserve the crimson nylium. Do have a decent amount, but I don't want to just throw it away willy-nilly. It doesn't grow on trees. That's the crimson fungus. Haha, get it? Anyway, bad jokes aside, it is just a repetition of doing this over and over and over again. Do have much more exciting things planned in the future, but I guess you're just going to have to bear with me because I really want to get this custom terraining going on here, and it's just a bit of a long process, but it really does add to the whole area. I mean, when it all comes together in the end, I absolutely adore just kind of running through here and looking at it. Gonna add all sorts of different things. Got ideas for these big kind of spikes coming out the ground. Maybe a tree. I might go into a creative test world and design a custom tree because I don't think any of the normal trees will kind of fit in this area here. But something like that, something kind of small and thin. I'm finding it quite nice to talk to my creative process out loud. Gonna give me more ideas. Maybe I'll add a mushroom. Talking about adding mushrooms and all that. Maybe some big leafy, ferny bits. I don't really know what blocks I'd use, but this is the detailing I was talking about. It's just mushrooms and grass, but it's got to be done. Just add it all over the place. And actually, it kind of looks like we're running out. So before I go into my quick little video montage, grab a whole stack more on this little square that I've made out here. Yeah, I won't show you all of it. I'll just show you. There you go. That's probably enough. You kind of get the idea, right? And then it's pretty simple. You put some right there, put some right there, put some here, put some there. You move on over to the other side, kind of up through here, make a new little shape, something like this. Let's be bold, make a nice big one. Put some stone in there. 1, 2, 3, like that. 1, 2 here as well. Rest of the night, because Hate working in the rain, even though it's kind of thematic for the place we're making. New little shape, one there. And this is where I wanted to do some sort of crossing, like a little tunnel between the two areas, because this cliff's actually hollow. I didn't bother to fill that in, that'd be an absolute pain. So you kind of dig it out. I've already got this tunnel bit up here, so I did that off camera, bit of a jump. Fill it all in with the grass bits, there, and looking pretty good. Just get those little detaily rock bits on top, trying to get attacked by a spider or a creeper. Ooh, music disc. Well, that definitely feels very fitting and gothic. And now I remember that the jukebox exists, so I've become slightly distracted and I'm not quite working at optimal efficiency, as you can see. But damn, good song though. Yeah. Progress is much more efficient with a slightly calmer tune on, and I've kind of got it all the way around this wall here. So the only thing I need to do is fill in these big areas in the middle. And hopping onto a creative test world, this is just like a normal sized mushroom that you'd find in the game. I've kind of rebuilt it using crimson fungus and the stem blocks. Chuck in some shroomlight. Yeah, I don't, we can do better than that. That's not going to really fit. I kind of wanted something thinner, more of a tree shape. Something kind of out like this, maybe. Let's go for like a fern tree, something like this. This looks good. This is going to turn out well. And a couple of iterations later, we get this thing. Oh, that's going to work. So let's put that into the build. Chuck one down here, building up. Please excuse the double music. Didn't really think this one through. Will be fixed for later on. So just build up the 6 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here as well. And they're looking pretty. Oh dear! Don't you dare! Well, don't you dare! And like I said, they're looking pretty good. They're kind of spiky, which is kind of the effect I was going for. And once you're out of the way, I'll actually get a... Oh, okay, there we go. Defending the build. A couple more built up here, and that was the last mushroom. And it's all come together quite well. Those trees and extra big rock that I've got there, making this area feel much more wild and corrupt, which is kind of the effect I was going for. Just going to get a nice view of it from the side here. Try and take it all in as one kind of big structure, as I've kind of been down inside of it for most of the time. There you go. I like that. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to take a peaceful view here of my beautiful corrupt. And you're the one that was annoying me throughout the whole last recording session. But yeah, like I said, all coming together nicely. That cliff kind of being built up there. I need to do that on this side as well. But that's great improvement. Really happy with that. Same over here. Excellent stuff. Good work, me. But can't stop and admire my own work for too long. We gotta build that cliff up. Let's get to it. And here we are. Kind of built up another level here so I can get an idea of where I want this sort of second layer to go that we've got on the other side. So we just put in some shapes in here. Not all the way along though, just in a few places. So we've still got those areas to build the cliff up and down and try and, look a bit weird if it was all on one flat line. Try and add depth and shape and all that, like the good builders say. And there we go. Look at that. Pro editing man already. And I really think the redstone ore is a nice touch. As kind of like this corrupt coal ore that we've got further up where it's not become corrupted. Anyway, got to continue on. That's like a really small portion of the cliff compared to the rest of it. And it's quite late though, so look at that. Beautiful edit. Back, fresh Minecraft day, fresh real life day. Let's get to it. And oh, I'm trying to record a segment here. Yeah. Yeah, you burn. That's what you get. Anyway, I thought the most interesting way I can probably edit this all together is a compilation of every time I fell off my little cobblestone pillar of security. Because you don't want to see me doing this for ages, though. It's really boring. Watch this instead. Ow. 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 Oh. Ow. Ow. What is that? There's a weird bug in my world, making that chunk kind of disappear. Kind of ruining the immersion that I'm building. I'm making I'm making a whole world here, a whole story. I won't have it ruined by a little bug there. See if refreshing the chunks didn't seem to work. Render distance bug can sometimes. Ooh, actually, look at that. That fog effect is really quite cool. I'm not sure I could ever live being on 2 chunks around the distance most of the time, but I mean, I could probably use that. That's really bringing the immersion back. Oh yeah, I've completely forgotten about that both chunk now. Back to the building, or should I say, back to the falling. Hate to hold up progress twice, but look at this! Look at the nerve of this guy. Like I said, I'm trying to build a world here, build a story, and now this guy's destroying it. Ah, and now I've remembered about that chunk that wasn't loading. Great. Now that those 2 things are out of the way, we can really get back to progress. Ow. 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 It's still there. No, just forget about it. Plant some grass. Forget about it. You're building a world. It'll be fine. You can cover it in grass. We've got much more important things to be thinking about, like getting this CD ready for the time-lapse coming up. Oops, spoiler, that's right. First little time-lapse. Haven't got a second account yet, so it is first person. Sorry about that. I do apologise for that being ever so slightly choppy. It was more of a test than anything to get time lapses going. Quite an important and vital part of being a Minecraft YouTuber. So, and I'll get a second account so I can do proper third person time lapses. Maybe by episode 3, at a hunch. That might just show you how long I've been postponing doing this voiceover for. But, you know, Bridge came out alright. Quite happy with it. It gives us access to this huge area over here that needs some work to be done with. And of course, it gave us access to a couple more falls just before the video rounds off. Ow. And ow. Right, so episode 2, see what happens to this giant area here. I'll catch you all then. Bye.